This was a very stupid purchase. It's the absolute greatest, super cheap. I don't use these. Game on, I'm buying it. I feel like I'm complaining. This is a bit aggressive. Happy with my purchase here. Greatest thing that they did. No, I just don't recommend it. It's terrible. Don't come for me. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. Official hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. The last time I filmed a video like this was September 15th, 2019. I just went back and checked, and it's been far too long since I've shared all the equipment that I use to create my YouTube videos. Now, here's the deal. You do not need all of this equipment, okay? If I could change the title of this video, it would be, I bought some stuff so you don't have to. When I was first getting started with my channel, I was very selective on the things that I bought, and I'm gonna kind of walk you through some of those things, but it's like, now I have got 4, I'm obviously filming with one right now, Canon cameras. That's totally unnecessary, but I do wanna let you guys know that all of this equipment I did not buy on my own. I would say like, 90 to 95% of it, yes, I purchased, but there have been a couple of opportunities where companies have reached out and wanted to gift me some product. So I do have some of that I'm going to talk about in this video, but really it's going to be a lot of like my purchase decisions, like the regrets, and like I've made some like impulse purchases that I absolutely shouldn't have, and some equipment that I should have returned, but I never did, and also some amazing gear that you guys may want to get your hands on. So before we go any further, I do want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Epidemic Sound. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this video. I have been a long-term partner of Epidemic Sound, and that's the platform that I use to find all of my copyright-free music as well as sound effects within my YouTube videos. So obviously in this video, I'm talking a lot about camera gear and stuff like that when it comes to making my videos, but for the editing process, Epidemic Sound is where I get all of my music, and you guys can get started with a 1-month free trial included in the description bar down below. Let's first get started with the cameras. Like I said, I have got 4 Canon cameras, and that is completely unnecessary, but I first got started with the Canon M50, and you guys have heard me talk about this camera a lot, and it's a great beginner camera, and that's why I mention it to you guys so much, because it's got a flip out screen. So if you are filming yourself, you don't have someone else behind the camera filming you, it's really nice that you can see yourself. It also has a mic input, and because it flips to the side, you can put a mic on top. If you do have a camera that flips up, okay, and it still has a mic input, you can always have a smaller mic right on the side. But with this one, it's really nice because honestly, the microphone within it itself is good. Like, you do not need an external microphone. I used this as is for almost a whole year before I ended up getting a mic to go on top. This is very much so a beginner-friendly camera. It's so easy to use. You just kind of have to figure out the settings. So I watched a couple of YouTube videos to figure out what are the right settings to get the picture quality that I wanted. You can also customize these buttons right here, which is really nice. And one of the things that I specifically like about this camera, actually 3 of my cameras, okay? Right here, this is autofocus, manual focus. So when you click on this, it's going to change the settings, and it's really nice if you're trying to set up a time lapse, or if your camera's just gonna be in one spot and you're gonna be in one spot the whole time. You can select where you want it, click that button, and manual focus is automatically selected. You're not gonna have it going in and out trying to figure out what it's trying to focus on. But as you guys know, I've recently got the Canon M15 Mark II. Now, this was not a necessary upgrade for me, but the settings are pretty similar. I think this one does have more settings within it, as well as like this screen over here. It shows different things than what this screen does when you're recording. One of the features I do notice the most with this camera is the autofocus. So the autofocus within this, it does have face tracking, so it will just have a square around your face, and then wherever you move, the square does not appear in your video, okay? But like over here, you can see it. Wherever you move, it's going to track your face, and it's gonna make sure that it's in focus with your face. With this camera, you can do face auto tracking, or you can have it selected on your eyes. So right now I've got it selected on my eyes. Like, it's almost more of a precise autofocus. I don't know, I think it's cool. I think the quality is pretty similar within the 2 of these, but I do think this one might be a little bit nicer, but it also might be the fact that I've had this camera for, wow, I've had this camera for over 2 years. Oh my gosh, wow, I've had this camera for a while, and when you've had a camera for a while, like the lens gets old, and just like, I feel like the quality just ends up like slipping over time, and especially when you throw your cameras around and like you don't put caps on them and stuff, like obviously they're gonna get a little beaten up. So I feel like just because this camera's new, it might seem like it has a little better quality to me, but I do recommend both of these cameras to you guys. The next camera we have got, this is my Canon M5, and this one was definitely an impulse decision. I don't regret it, but at the same time, it is not my favorite camera. And when I was doing my research, figuring out the prices of all these, I was shocked because I actually thought this camera was no longer continued. Like I didn't think that it was still being created, but this is my most expensive camera that I own in terms of like my video cameras here. And I almost don't know why, like if I'm being fully honest. The quality within this, I feel like I don't get as good of a visual as I do within my M50s. And I think it's just the settings because this one does have a few different picture settings within it. And I don't know. But the reason that I bought this camera is because I only had the M50 at the time. So I only had this one. I was filming my vlogs with this camera. I was filming my main channel videos with this camera. And if I ever wanted to do behind the scenes of me filming a YouTube video, I didn't have another camera to do that. And I was just using my phone, which is fine. But the quality of videos just wasn't as great. And I really like to keep things separated when it comes to my main channel and my vlog channel. So for Black Friday last year, there was a really, really good deal going on with this camera and I was like, game on, I'm buying it. Like I wanna try something different and I want a camera specific for my vlog channel. So this camera is a little bit funky though because the screen does flip down. Now, this is really nice for vlogging. I love it because you have more of a grip on the back here because it goes down compared to when I'm vlogging with this camera. I don't know, like this is how I tend to hold it compared to with this one. Like it's a bit more comfortable to hold. But the problem with this is that because it flips down, you can't have, we'll get to my tripods in a second, but you can't have a tripod on it like this because you can't see yourself. Then obviously it can't flip down. Like it's just gonna get stuck. And it does make it a little bit harder finding spots to set it down. Like I will randomly just like prop it like this and set it on something, and thank goodness this screen has not broke. I haven't had a problem doing that, or other times I just have to flip it up and put it somewhere that I know is going to be kind of like level with me. This is definitely more of an advanced camera, but the benefit to having it be flipped down is that you can still have a microphone on top. And when you are filming yourself, you do not notice when I am looking at myself because this is down here compared to like when I'm looking to the side. This is so obvious. If I was looking up like where a screen would be, like I feel like it's more obvious compared to when I'm vlogging with this. You really don't notice that I'm looking at myself. But all of that being said, I just do not love the quality within this camera. It is not my favorite. I think it's my own problem within the settings, and I've tried to find videos on the right settings to use within this camera, and I can't figure it out. It is not my favorite thing. So actually this past week, I decided to switch back to vlogging on my Canon M50, and then I use my Canon M50 Mark II for my main channel. Last camera we have got here, this is the Canon M200. This was very much so an impulse decision. I was filming a video with Cameron Monet, and I only had 2 cameras, and I wanted 3 different angles, and I was like, you know what, let me just buy another camera. Whatever, it's no big deal. And I bought this camera after watching a few Think Media videos actually, and it's not my favorite. And here's why I'm going to say it's not my favorite and why I almost wouldn't recommend it to you guys. I do think it's a good, very beginner camera. It's super small, easy to throw around. Like this is so thin here compared to this. The size difference is insane, and these have the same lens on them and everything too, so like that's not any different there. I was actually going to switch to this as my vlog camera, moving away from the M5. I was gonna move to this, but the reason I didn't is because I bought this without knowing that there is no mic input. I didn't know that, and I'm so bummed about it because I swore that on the side there was a mic input, and then I was gonna use that trick of just having a tiny mic over here, have the flip up, and then you can still have the tripod on the bottom. And anyways, another thing I don't like about it is that the manual focus, autofocus button is not right here. So you can't easily put it into manual focus. You have to go within the settings and do it. And it's a little bit more of a pain in the butt. This is definitely a simpler camera in terms of all the settings. Hold on, that's not gonna be able to show you guys. All the settings that are available on like the M5 compared to the M200, like this is just a very simple camera. It's still nice because you can replace the lens if you want to. So if you wanna put a wide angle lens on this one, you can. The quality of the visual is still good. If you guys watched the video with Cameron, this camera was used on the footage that was just of me. So it still captures a good quality image. I just don't love the fact that you can't have a microphone, and it's almost like too simple for me. I think because I got started with more advanced cameras, and these aren't even that advanced, but going then down to a simpler camera was a little bit harder for me. So if you are a beginner, this might be a good option for you. While we are here talking about cameras, I do want to mention a couple of things with you guys. So the first one is this lens. So Canon cameras, if you buy like the full kit that comes with body and lens, you can buy them just body, but if you get body and lens, you're going to get a 15 to 45 lens. That's currently what I'm filming on right now. So this is it with that 15. And then if I zoom in, I mean, it's crazy. That's 45. When I'm vlogging, I do use the Canon 11 to 22. I highly recommend this. If you're vlogging, it just gets wider shots. When you're holding your camera, you can see so much more, and I just think it's really, really nice. So I highly recommend that. Another thing I want to recommend to you guys is getting a lens filter to go on the front. So I get Hoya filters, and actually there's not one on this camera yet. I gotta buy it for my M50 Mark II. I mean, they say there's like a lot of benefits to this, like it improves the quality of the visual and all that stuff, but for me, it's more so to protect the lens. I would rather spend $15 replacing this front because I broke this. Oh my gosh, compared to actually me breaking the lens and then having to spend hundreds of dollars on a new lens. So I recommend getting one of these. You guys can like barely even tell, but like this writing right here, that is the filter on the front. When you are buying one, okay, just take a look right here on your lens. It's going to tell you what size that you need. So for the 15 to 45, it's 49. And then I'm pretty sure this one is 55 for the 11 to 22. Next up, let's talk about tripods. I've bought quite a few tripods, and it's like happened over the last year, okay? I first got started with only one tripod, and it was this one. This is a Dolica Proline B100. I actually don't know if this exact one is still available for purchase, but I got this, I'm pretty sure back in college. It is pretty old. It has seen some things, but it has lasted me a really long time. It's actually a super great tripod. It's really sturdy. It obviously can go super tall. You can pull these out and then it can go like different, like whatever you need. It's seriously, it's such a great tripod and I absolutely love this one. The reason why I ended up getting another tripod instead of just continuing to only use this one forever is because the attachment right here, I actually don't even know where it is. Oh, it's over here. This is what's supposed to go on here. And then it allows you to move the ball head all around wherever you want it. The little screw ended up coming out, and it's come out several times, and the last time it came out, I lost it. So all it would take is for me to go to Home Depot and get another screw and fix it. But I figured, you know what, since this one is so old, let me try out some different tripods for you guys to recommend, because like I said, I do not know if this one is still available because it is super old. Last year for, I think, Prime Day, I was watching Think Media's live and they were talking about a couple of tripods, and I was like, you know what, let me try it out. Let's figure out what I want. So one of the ones that I bought, this was not recommended by Think Media, is this one right here, which this is just like a little simple, if you want something to take your Instagram photos with, this is nice because you can spin it either way, however you want your phone on there. It does have like this, can move around and do whatever you want, and it is nice. It's super cheap feeling, and I'm pretty sure price-wise, hold on. Yeah, oh my gosh, this thing is $14. For the price, totally makes sense why it feels the way it feels. I wouldn't really recommend this to you guys, but if you are looking for something super, super cheap for your phone, here you go. This one I do like. And actually, I'm just realizing I have this set up like kind of the wrong way here. The reason that I bought this one, I was traveling across country and I wanted something that was really compact. So if I moved this over, this would be like super compact. It comes with a bag and it's just really nice because it flips this way instead of most tripods just are like this and then they close. You know, this one flips this way, which is really nice if you are traveling, if you are hiking. Like I was able to throw this in my backpack. It's pretty lightweight, it's very compact, it's nice. There's no good reason why I don't use it as much. It's just because I've got the tripod that I'm currently using right now. So actually, this tripod is the same brand as this one. You have probably seen a ton of YouTubers use this tripod. It's absolutely insane. I've had this small tripod forever. It's great. We're gonna talk about small tripods next. That I decided to invest in a big one, and I do like this big one. Let me share it with you guys. This is what it looks like. I mean, a very basic tripod here. It gets to a good height level. I am 5'10", and it can go up even higher than this. I do have the legs fully extended, so just check to make sure that it can go up to the appropriate height that you need. What I like about this tripod is one, this like handle right here, it makes it so easy to move the camera along, and not that I'm getting a lot of shots like that, but if you are, this handle is nice. To tighten it and lock it into place, you just push this little roller up, and now it's sturdy. It's locked into place, which is really nice. I do like that feature. It's like easy to adjust. With this right here on the side, okay, you can select the way that you want your camera. So right now it's obviously like this, it's getting horizontal shots, but if I wanted it to flip vertical, I would kind of unlock this and then you can move it around a lot more. So if you just want vertical shots, it's really nice because it just locks it into place. You know your camera's not going to totally tip over. Now my favorite thing about this tripod, and it might seem so small, oh my gosh, we're fine. The camera's fine. It's scuffed up a little bit, but it's fine. It works. Okay, my favorite thing. This is actually the attachment piece. There's just like a little hole right there that it goes in. You push this to secure it, and it's in place. It's the absolute greatest. And the reason why I'm saying it's the greatest is because I was so used to using something like this for so long, which is so bulky, and when I went to open this up, I couldn't. So I couldn't change out my battery easily, I couldn't change out my memory card easily, and it was a little bit of a pain. So once I found this tripod that just has this super tiny little thing, okay, I can fully open this and do whatever I need, and it's just amazing. I absolutely love this little piece, like greatest thing that they did for this tripod. So I do want to talk about small handheld tripods for a second. The first one I ever got was this. This was actually given to me as a gift, and it's cheap. It's really crappy. I'm never gonna recommend this to you guys. There are better ones that have this kind of technology, and then you can wrap it around and you can do whatever. If you're just trying to vlog, or even if you have your, no, I just don't recommend it. It's terrible. This one I used for a while. It was just like a really cheap, small handheld. The only problem with this one is that you can, not easily, but you can just like push it over, and it doesn't necessarily lock into place as well as the other one that I'm gonna share with you guys here in a second. So this one's okay. I did use it for a while and I liked it until I got something better, and then I was like, wait, this is way better. This one I bought last year because I thought it was really cool, and this was a very stupid purchase. I found it on Amazon and I was like, oh, that's so cool because you can have a phone attached to this, and you can have a camera attached to it, and it can move around, and it's like a really funky gadget. I don't know, it's like almost like too weird. Like it can do too many things. It's like doing too much. It's not as simple as what I need it to be. So the one that I would actually recommend for you guys is this one right here. This is the exact same brand as my tall tripod. This one's great. It fully locks into place. Like you cannot really move it until you push this button right here on the side, and then it can do whatever you want it to do. So if you are vlogging, this is nice to have. I personally like to just like hold my camera as is, and I will keep this on the bottom, and then when I wanna set it down, I will set it down. These aren't tripods, but they're relevant. My most asked link, or like just like piece of equipment, is about what I use when it comes to having my camera get footage in my car, and it's this suction mount right here. This one is only like $18, $19 on Amazon. It's really cheap. Let me actually put a camera on here so you guys can see. On your windshield, it is going to suction up. I like to put mine near my rear view mirror off to the right side, then it does not distract my view absolutely at all. So it adheres like this, and your camera is, yes, going to be upside down. But with this suction mount specifically, what I like about it is that you can easily spin, okay, I spun it the wrong way. You can easily spin it this way to face the road or back to you if you want shots of yourself. So it's really easy. It doesn't distract you while you're driving, because obviously you do not want to be messing with your suction mount and putting it in different places while you're driving. Like, no. I set it up before I even hit the road, and then I just press record, and all I need to do is spin it. The other one that I actually use is this one right here. Now this is super heavy duty, and the reason why I bought this is because I was like, oh, my camera weighs so much, like I just want to make sure it doesn't drop, which makes sense, but this is a bit aggressive. Like this is not necessary for my camera, but I do use this when I'm getting vlogging shots in my bathroom. I will put this on my mirror that's in front of me, and then I can have my camera at my level, or I can have it off to the side facing me, and it's really nice. It's totally not necessary at all, but I do actually enjoy this. The reason why I don't use it in my car is because of, it's like, if I had it on my windshield, it doesn't make any sense to me for using it in a car. Like, I couldn't figure out how I would actually use it. Plus, no, this is not meant for a car, in my opinion, even though I know that's what it's meant for. I use it in my bathroom. That's who I am. Microphones are a bit of a hot topic because I've got a lot of microphones and I don't use a lot of them. So the ones that you guys actually saw on top of my cameras, I've got two of these right here. This is the Rode Video Micro. It is the easiest, most simplistic microphone that I own and that I would recommend to you guys if you are just now getting started and you just want to improve your audio quality. This microphone is great. It's not battery operated or anything, so once you plug it in, it's going to be working. If it's bouncing around a lot, okay, this is a trick that I did not know for so long, and I would always just have my camera like this, and I got so many comments of like, put it in, and I had no idea what people were telling me, but this part right here actually can go into the side right there, and then it doesn't bounce around as much. So fun little trick. I'm just gonna go down the line with Rode microphones because I do have a lot. I have got the Rode Lavalier Go, Wireless Go. With the filming that I do, I don't use these. Like, I currently have a mic on top of my camera right now. That's how I prefer to film. I don't love lavaliers, especially if you got zippers or you got necklaces that hit it. It's just not my favorite thing. And then I also have the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. I created a video on this a while back. This does capture good audio, but the reason why I don't use it is because it is battery operated. And with me filming by myself, if the battery was to die on this and I just continued talking forever and I thought that I had a really great video, and then I went to the editing and I was like, wait, my battery freaking died in my microphone and I caught no audio. I don't want that to happen. So this is the mic that I use for vlogging because it's just like the easiest. I don't even have to think about it. The mic that I'm currently using for my main channel videos. I did mention this in a video a few back. This is the Shure shotgun microphone. It's a little bit smaller than the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. And this one is battery operated as well. So I gotta make sure that this green light is on. And so far I haven't had any problems, probably because it's like a brand new battery put in there, and I've been lucky so far. But if you guys have ever heard of like a boom mic or whatever, this, okay, allows it so the microphone can be closer to you. So this is actually what I use when I'm filming my videos, like with my management team, with Cameron, with Stevie. I will use it in those situations because my camera needs to be farther away from me than when I'm filming videos like this. Like, ideally, if my camera is gonna be this far away, I want my microphone closer because I'm going to get more of a clear audio than what you guys are getting right now. But I did buy this off of Amazon and it's great. I actually watched someone else's video and they were like, this is a great, easy one that's like cheap, and here's all the things you need to buy. So I'm gonna link to this and the things that you need to buy with it in the description bar down below, because it's like this silver thing right here I had to buy, this little clamp right here I had to buy, and then this cord to go with it, because then you plug it into the back of your mic and then you weave it the whole way down this and then get it to your camera and plug it into your camera. Yeah, I'm gonna include a link to all this in the description bar down below. The last microphones I wanna talk to you guys about are actually podcasting mics. So these are not ones that attach to your camera. The first one, this is a Snowball Blue Ice. It's okay. This is the first podcasting microphone that I got. It does capture pretty good quality, but it's not like the greatest thing ever. It comes with this little stand here. The one that I really want to talk to you about is this one right here. I actually purchased this probably a year and a half ago now, and I absolutely love this mic. It comes with an arm stand. Now, not this one. It actually came with this arm stand right here, but Cathrin was not paying attention and I ended up stepping on it. So this bar right here, can you see where like they meet together? They're supposed to be perfectly parallel like this. They meet together there. Yeah, I ended up stepping on this and I snapped it. So I had to buy a new arm stand for it, and that's why I've got this one right here. So this just like clamps into my desk, and then I currently have like this around it. But it's really nice because then you can move it wherever you want. It does come with a shock mount right here. It also comes with a pop filter and this dead cat, and it comes with like all of these amazing features, and it's just so easy, so cheap, and just a great option if you're looking for a simple podcasting microphone. If you're going live on YouTube and you just want a microphone, this is a really good option. I am definitely like proud or happy with my purchase here. Where the heck are we going next? We're gonna talk about lights. So the first thing is this, okay? This is my umbrella light. I have shared these so many times with you guys because this is like the first lighting set that I ever got, and it is so worth the money. Like, this set is $60. It comes with 2 of these tall, okay? So I don't even have it fully pulled up. It goes way taller than me. It diffuses a really soft, beautiful light. It's not too powerful. It's not too dim. The only thing with these is that you cannot adjust how powerful the light is. You also cannot adjust the color tone, which if you're a beginner, perfectly fine. Like, you do not need warm tone lights. Like, this will give you beautiful, I'm not even sure if these are like daylight color or like what they give off, but like this will just give you a really beautiful light. So if you're looking for something very much so beginner, not too expensive, I would recommend this, especially over a ring light, okay? When I was first getting started with YouTube, I thought that I needed a ring light because I felt like that was such a thing. But then the more I watched YouTube videos, I realized that I saw the ring light in people's eyes or in like the reflections of their glasses if they didn't have a really, really good ring light or something with a diffuser on it. Next up, we've got these. This was kind of an impulse decision. This was actually a Think Media influence decision. And I'm not going to blame Think Media because they just said this brand in general, newer, was good when it came to lights. And I do not like these at all. If you guys watched during Vlogmas when I opened these up, I was so not impressed with the quality. It was so hard to set these up. Like, I wanted something that was easy to set up and tear down, and I wanted different options to try out to recommend to you guys. And once I got these, I just didn't want to recommend them to you guys. Now, with that being said, okay, there's 2 of them that come that look like this. A couple of things with this light that does make it nice. For one, it's super light. Like, I could throw this around. But in the back, you've got 2 different settings of warm light, cool light, and then it also can change the brightness of it. What I will say though is with these, when you have it pretty bright, it hurts your eyes. And I may be being dramatic here and you may have better eyes than mine, but I noticed that this is just like almost too bright for me. If I need it really bright, like almost like the diffuser just like isn't as good. Like, it's just not doing what it needs to do to soften the light. I don't know, I feel like I'm complaining. The next one I wanna talk to you guys about is this ring light here. You guys saw me mention it in a video a few weeks ago. I actually have been using this ever since I got it. It is great. The one thing I would like is I wanna see if I can get a diffuser or something, because like I said, with ring lights, you can see it in your eyes, and I just do not like that look. And with this ring light, I noticed that you can see it in my eyes. Now, I don't know how many of you are paying that close of attention because I don't like to have it directly in front of me because then it leaves crazy rings. I usually have it off to the side as a filler. With this one, you can change the temperature, you can change the brightness, so all of that is really nice. And you can also just put your camera right here if you want to. So it's combination tripod and a light. If you're looking for an easy solution, this is a good easy solution. Now, I do have one more ring light, and this one is the greatest. I absolutely love this. So this one I think is like 35 bucks on Amazon or something, and it's not expensive. But it is perfect because when I'm filming this direction, you guys, I've got some lighting coming over here. I've got nothing over here. So if I just want a very simple fill light, this one is always plugged in, okay? I've got this down here. So you can turn it on, you can adjust the brightness, you can adjust the color tone. It just makes it a little bit better. Obviously, I still need more light here if I was going to be filming here, but when I'm vlogging or if I'm doing a Zoom or a live or something, this is a really, really great cheap light. I absolutely love it. The other thing is that it can hold a phone. So I've actually done lives on Instagram where my phone has been there. Now, I've only done like 2 lives on Instagram, so don't come for me. I have only a few more things that I want to talk to you about that are just as important as everything else that we've already mentioned. So obviously, if you are filming, then you need memory cards, right? Okay, so the memory cards that I use are these. It's the SanDisk Extreme Plus. I usually use 128 gigs or the 256 gigs, is that right? I have so many of these. They're not even all in here right now. When it comes to batteries, okay, Canon will give you batteries for your cameras, but they will only give you one. And if you're anything like me, having one battery just won't do it, because what if you're filming and then your battery runs out and you need to continue filming, but then you have to wait for your battery to charge and then it looks like it's like later in the day. No, we don't want to deal with that. So these Power Extra batteries are my absolute favorite. I have bought these for my M50s. There's a different battery that's required for the M5. So I also ordered Power Extra, just a different battery for that camera as well. It's just so great. It will come with 2 batteries, and this charger comes with a little cord right in the back here. So you can just plug it right into a USB, and it's really nice for traveling because you don't need even this cord attached. Now it does give you a longer one, which is nice, but it's the absolute greatest. It's quick to charge. They do last a while. The one thing I will say about these is that once my battery drops down to 2 bars, I know I've got like 10 minutes or less and it's dead, it's out. But because I actually have 4 of these, I have so many just like in rotation that when one is close to dying, I will just charge it, and then I've got like a little setup over there of fully charged batteries, and I just like replace them as I need to. And then we have got my Lacy hard drives. I talk about these all the freaking time, but I just like need to bring them up again because they are absolutely amazing. So this is one of their smaller ones, and just to like compare the size to you guys, okay? This is 5 terabyte. I think this might be 2 or 3 terabyte. It's a little bit smaller, but I use these to edit all my YouTube videos, to keep my footage, to keep my finished videos once they're done being edited. I keep everything on here, and it's just the greatest. I freaking love these things. Now they are pricey. At the end of every year, I will buy 2 more for the next year. So this past year, I think I spent over $300 on these 2. I've got one for the vlog channel, one for the main channel. I'm hoping that you guys liked this video, that maybe you found something that you want to purchase, or like maybe something that you put on your Christmas list, birthday list, like whatever it is. I have so much gear that I absolutely love, but like I said, some of my gear is like I just like didn't need to buy, and I don't want you guys to go through the same process of like buying things that aren't necessarily necessary. like if you want a small handheld tripod, just get this one. This one's the best. Don't get any of the other 3 that I have, like so unnecessary. This is the best one. So anyways, I'm hoping that you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel down below. One of the videos here soon, I am gonna go over Amazon purchases and things that I love when it comes to my business. That will be coming soon. Until then, I will see you guys back here on Tuesday with another one. Bye guys.